You know, your first chapter, I love this. You said upsetters must be upset first.
That's right.
And you and I were just talking about kind of the awakening that's taking place in the church where people are like, okay, they're seeing that God is up to something.
Yeah.
But how do you awaken, or how do you become upset so that you can make a difference?
I feel like you can't be an upsetter of other people's lives unless you have an awareness that your life has been upset first. There is not one person that has come into a true relationship with Jesus Christ that hasn't had their world upset.
So true.
Wherever he finds you, he upsets you right there. If you're rich, he'll upset what you think about your riches. If you're poor, he'll upset what you think about your poverty, right? If you think you're good, he'll upset what you think about your goodness. If you're bad, he'll upset what you think about your badness. Wherever he finds you, he turns you over. He disrupts and completely deranges what you thought your normal was going to be. And as a result, you experience life with that context and want other people to see it as well. I gave my life to Christ January 14th of 1996. It's the most upsetting and traumatic thing that's ever happened to me. I know those sound like bad words, but when you put them in the context of the kingdom, it's an experience that marks you for the rest of your life. It's not this casual, like, oh, ever since I can remember, I've just been in church. Okay, well, maybe you fell in love with your denomination. But if you met him, then your world's been upset.
It's like Jacob when he had the limp after the experience.
That's exactly right. I had you just talked about Reinhard Bonnke's story, and it reminded me of a story of me preaching one day at Embassy City, and our youth pastor's father came up and gave his life to Christ. Well, here's the thing that was crazy. We all thought he was saved already.
Oh, wow.
Every time he gave his testimony, he said, I got saved in 1976, and I've been walking with Jesus since then. So afterwards, he goes to his dad, he goes, you just came into the altar call for salvation. Like, did you know that that was a... And he said, yes, son, the Holy Spirit made me realize that I never came to Jesus. I came to my denomination.
You know, I was thinking the other day, I went home to help my mom clean out my dad's closet because he recently passed away, and I didn't want her to have to do that by herself. So we were there. She lives in this little community, all these wonderful neighbors, retired, and there are other widows there. So of course we made our rounds around the neighborhood at night as we were walking. And there would be, you know, so many opportunities as we begin to talk and interact that, you know, I could sense there might be a need, or there might be a need for encouragement, or one of them having a wayward child, or whatever, and just find myself pouring out and encouraging. It was just so natural. It's like breathing, you know? And so, I mean, it was such a blessing to me to be able to do that. But you look back and you realize, wow, that's really what we're supposed to be doing. I'm not saying I've always hit the mark on that, but I think I'm old enough now to understand that if God's given you knowledge concerning a situation and you can encourage someone, if you can pray with someone, I mean, you can change somebody's life by doing that.
I'm telling you, I have made a passion out of chipping away at people's stereotypes, at their prejudices, at their inability to receive love. And I just continue to ask the Holy Spirit to give me boldness and a sensitivity to just see what they need in that moment. And when we do that and we're that sensitive, the Holy Spirit would allow us to do some things and say some things that people will melt at.